Hello. I wanted to do a vlog today talking about Shira Nui, the Japanese restaurant in Glen Waverley. Yeah, because basically I just want to talk about how awesome it was and also how I think the owner, head chef guy, Hiro Nishikura, I'll just check. Kura. Hiro Nishikura. I think he loves preparing sushi. I think he loves cooking. I think he loves fish. I think his restaurant, he just loves it. It's not for, I'm just gonna infer. I don't know what the word is, but like kind of like just interpret things from what I can see. Like it's not like for sure, but I reckon he's not really there about how to make heaps of money. I think he's there to provide really good fish for people. Like I just get this feeling. Okay, so basically I'll start from the start. Basically, a week or two ago, my friend Alex said, "Oh, let's go eat at Shira Nui," and my sister, who had never been there, and her boss, who's one of my friends, Binta. Shira Nui is his favourite restaurant, and so she was down to go, and Sun, who's staying with us as well, Lisa's friend, she wanted to go, and Jeff, Lisa's boyfriend, wanted to come. So and also Dee and Flora were coming too. So there were 7 of us all together, and Alex organised it, and he booked a table for 7 of us at the counter, where we did a thing called omakase, which means, I learned today because I read on the menu, it means leave it up to the chef. Basically, you sit there, and the owner or the sushi guy, the sushi chef, he makes it in front of you, and then you get like served like 8 or 9 dishes, like of 2 pieces each, and I swear it was so yummy. Like before I went, I heard Alex saying like it's the best sushi he's had outside of Japan, and he goes, it's really really good, and he loves it. And in my head I was thinking, oh yeah, I don't know, I've had sushi before, I like sushi, or all that, those raw, all sorts, all that stuff, sushi, with the rice, with the salmon and stuff. I like it, and with soy sauce and wasabi, I'm like, I like it. I don't know how different it could be, but I was so wrong. Every single thing that I ate tonight, it was amazing. It just, the taste sensations and just the perfection of it, it was just like, you can't even describe how, like, because I'd never had Japanese food or sushi that had tasted like this ever before. It's like instantly my favorite. Like, I'll just show you some pictures of stuff. Like the first one that came out, I think that was I don't know, I can't focus. I can't remember what they all are. I think that was cod. It's hard to convey how it tastes in a picture. This is the salmon, I remember that. It's a problem because it doesn't focus, but there's the salmon. It just, the flavours. And they actually use this like a blow. I actually saw a video of I actually saw the guy doing it. Like it was him, and he had an assistant there as well. And his assistant had like this blowtorch thing trying to cook it. Oh, it was so cool. Like, it's just so tender and juicy, and flavors were so good. This one was cool. It was like, was it wrapped in seaweed or something? Oh, I wish I could focus. It would focus. Here's a close up of it. I don't know if that's better if I don't go too close. And see, look at that. That's the skin of the fish. It's shiny. It just looks really good. Like, it tasted amazing. Like, I think that was the mackerel. I'm not sure, but it just the flavors were so good. And like, it's cool because when they hand it to you, the guy will say, the assistant will say, sauce or no sauce. This one's good with soy sauce. This one's good with no sauce. It's like really really cool. This was I think Alex, one of his favorites is the beef or steak or something. There's rice underneath that. It was really tender and flavoursome. This was shellfish. It was good. Look at how nice that looks. That's the tuna. So nice. This was, I forgot what this one was, but it was really yummy. This was yummy as well, and just the way it looks, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's presented so well. And this is the finale. This is the oyster. It was such a good finish too. Like when I was about to eat it, Flora said, "Just put it all in your mouth. Like don't try to bite it. Just." And then I did. I put it in my mouth, and because it's like creamy, and the flavor in your mouth, it's like you can't even describe. Oh, I can't describe it really. Like it was just amazing. Like, it's such a good way to finish it. It's like presented, the way the food comes out. It's like a journey. Like it just ramps up, and it ends with that oyster. It's like it's like a trip. It's fantastic. So good. And then after that we had dessert, and we went with I went with what Alex recommended. His favorite dessert was the black sesame creme brulee. So there's the creme brulee in the little cup, and inside there's some ice cream but cut into cubes, so it's cube ice cream. That's my first time having cube ice cream. It was quite nice. So the creme brulee was really nice too. So I had a good time. So basically now I just want to talk about the owner and what I think of the store, because and also the service was great. The waiters were so helpful and polite and like really awesome, just really cool. But the backstory of this, because before this afternoon I just went on Urban Spoon and I read some blog posts about Shira Nui just to find out a little bit of background about it, and it was really interesting. The one I read told about the owner, how when he was 13 years old he had to I think he left school and had to work on a fish trawling ship and on an island or something like that in Japan, and that's when he fell in love with fish and cooking and all that stuff. And 10 years later, when he was 23, he was like I think he had like had become like a sushi chef, and also got like a license to do fugu or something. I think it's like the puffer fish, the puffer fish that's poisonous if you don't do it properly. I remember that. I know that fish from The Simpsons because there's a thing about that. But yeah, he does that, and then he came to Australia and he worked in a shop in Collingwood, and then he did like a risky move like 10 years ago or something, and opened up a sushi store in Glen Waverley, which probably, I don't know, from the article at the time it seemed like that was really bold move and like risky, but yeah, 10 years ago he opened up a store and it's still there now. Like it's, apparently a lot of restaurants have come and gone, but his one is still there and still popular. And a cool thing is, like, I think he really loves cooking and making sure it's really good, because apparently his shop is closed on Sunday and Monday, and that's because he can't get fresh fish on those days, and he wants to make sure the fish that he gets is fresh. I find that so cool. I mean, like, stores that care about money would probably be open as much as they can, maybe, just to make more money, and not worry if the fish is not 100% fresh or something like that. Yeah. And another thing is, like, his store has the omakase table thing, which seats about, I think there were 7 of us, and I think on the other end there was like an extra maybe 4 or 5 people. And also the tables, I think you could only seat probably maximum 20 people. I think there was only like four tables or something like that, 4 or 5 tables. So it's a very small place, and you have to book and stuff like that. So he's obviously been doing well. I mean, like, if you add up the number of people, like, he would make a lot of money in one night. And there's 2 dinner sessions as well. There's one at 6, one at 8, and there's lunch sessions 12 and 2 or something like that. So he probably makes a lot of money, but he hasn't like expanded and made a bigger shop or anything like that. I think he's just kept it the way it is, and that makes me really like it, because it's like, I think well, the way I'm interpreting is he just loves making this fish for people. So he likes doing this thing where he does it, cooks what he wants, and they're right in front of him, and he can see people enjoying it, stuff like that. And it's like a musician who just wants to play music for people or something like that. I just get that impression that it's not about making super profit or anything. It's about making great food. Like, something I always have heard about is like how Japanese, like, people who are masters at their craft in Japanese, like let's say like a guy who makes swords or a guy who makes sword sheaths and stuff, like they master things, and they and I saw a clip of it. I mean, just a way, like when I watched the movie The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise in it, I think there was a little segment in the movie where he just says in the narration that Japanese people, they just do things, I don't know, the gist was like things to perfection, like, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, how do you explain it, but my impression is some person who just masters something, they just do it again and again and refining it, making it perfect, you know. And like even when I first got there, couldn't help but just get excited and just like watching this guy do his thing. Like I could just get this vibe like he was just a master of his craft. I mean, he's been doing it for so long and he loves it, obviously. And even just when he was just getting ready, preparing things and wiping the table, I was like amazed at him just cleaning the dishes and wiping the table. It just looked so efficient. Everything was so efficient. Like I'll show you, I took some videos of stuff too, so I'll show you some. Nothing fancy, but just once again, it's just he's the guy in the black, and that's his assistant in the white. So I don't know what he's doing at this stage. Chopping some stuff or something. That's my friend and sister. So here he's just cleaning the dishes and wiping the table. But still, I like looking at it. Took some more videos. I'm not sure what he's doing here. See, like he's got this rhythm. He's making the rice. I think he's doing. See how he moves his body? It's like rocking his body forwards and backwards as he does it. It's like cool. It's like I just like it. And this one's, I think you can see the blowtorch in the background. I don't know how clear it is. The guy in the white's got the blowtorch. Yeah. Cool, so you get the gist. Basically, I was really impressed with the shop, and I like watching people who are really good at what they do. So it was kind of like if I got to see like a guy who pro at making swords or something like that. So basically, this guy was pro at making sushi and stuff, and I find that's really cool. I think, if someone's good at something, it's just really good to watch. And I remember reading the book Musashi. It's about this swordsman in Japan who was spent his whole life trying to master swordsmanship and stuff like that, I think it was. And like he would take lots of different things and incorporate them into him becoming a better swordsman. Like he would spend like ages learning calligraphy or something like that, and somehow by mastering calligraphy it kind of transferred and helped him master swordsmanship as well or something. I got the impression that he just drew from so many different sources, and I think that's really cool. So basically to finish up, I'll just say Shira Nui, it's at 247 Springvale Road, Glen Waverley, and I think you will probably have to book. So I'll find the phone number. It's 98867755. So that's the phone number for Shira Nui. So I enjoyed it. Doing the omakase thing, it was costed about roughly around $90. And won't be doing it very often. I probably wanted to do it just once, just to experience it, and it was a great night. I really enjoyed it, very memorable, so totally worth it for me. Cause that's it. So that's it for the video, and Shira Nui was great. Hiro Nishikura is awesome.